Donald Trump suffered another major legal blow this week because, for the love of God, that guy just cannot win in court. Wow. He has a really horrible track record. But anyway, what happened this week is that you had a federal judge down here in the state of Florida who, by the way, was appointed by Republican President George H.W. Bush. So, dude's been sitting on the bench for a long time down here in Florida. But that is actually where Donald Trump's lawsuit against the tech giants who banned him from their platform, that's where Trump filed it and thought he'd get a friendly little venue with a Republican judge down here in a Republican-controlled state. And the judge actually said, you know what, Donald? You can't do this here. In order for this lawsuit to move forward, we have to change venues. And because all of the companies that you're suing happen to be located in the state of California, not over here in Florida where you are, and because they all have clauses giving them, home field advantage basically in terms of venues, the court case has to be moved to California. And the reason this is such a major legal blow to Trump is because, as I mentioned, down here in Florida, we have very conservative courts. Over in California, not so much. Not so much. Those courts are, statistically far more liberal than what we have down here in the state of Florida. So Trump is obviously not very happy about having to go out to liberal California to argue that these social media companies should be forced to let him back on their platforms. Here's the thing, though. He doesn't have a legal case. And he knows that. His lawyers know that. The only reason he's even doing this is because he's actually raising a lot of money from people by doing this. Because that's literally all Trump knows how to do, is try to raise money off of gullible people. Right? They send out these emails, help us fight back against big tech. Help us hold them accountable. Help us end the censorship of big tech. It's all for show. It's all a farce, right? You're giving money to his super PACs. He's not spending that on these court cases, you idiots. But he's going to continue trying to convince you that he is. Just like when they raised all that money to challenge the results of the election in court and ended up spending $0 of their dollars on actually challenging those lawsuits. Everything for Donald Trump is a fundraising opportunity. And I gotta be honest, he seems to do it better than anybody else at this point. And at some point, I would think, right, it would stand to reason that his followers would wake up to this fact. This is not a serious lawsuit that Donald Trump has filed. I have said repeatedly, both here and over at Ring of Fire, no human being has a constitutional right to be on social media. You don't. You sign up for their service, you agree to their terms of service, and you agree, as part of those terms of service, that if you violate those terms of service, you get kicked off the platform. It doesn't matter if you're the president or a pauper. You violate the terms of service, they can terminate your account and not allow you back on. Sorry, thanks for playing, but that's the way it is. And I'm willing to bet that these, more liberal judges out in California are probably going to say the same thing to the former president. These are private companies. There's nothing you can do. You agreed to it. You may not have read it, but you agreed to it, but that's on you. And there's nothing you can do.